RID Bisque, that weird lobster guy that they introduced back in 2015. I remember this was our first animalistic Decepticon that we saw for Robots in Disguise. And me personally, I was like, ew. I didn't really like him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the design. I didn't like the whole aesthetic of an animalistic Decepticon. But here we are. Here's Bisque. And I only have the tiny Bisque. I've only got the small one. And I actually got it quite recently at, of course, the toy department. Yeah, this is the little Legion class, and I love Legion class, and I miss it so much. I wish they would bring it back. I feel like they kind of did with Cyber World, but they're just a little too big. Yeah, this is honestly a cute little figure. You can see he even has like the lobster claws, which is adorable. He's got little lobster claws. His articulation is super simple. You can see he's basically just got ball joints at the shoulders, at the hips, and he actually has knee joints, which is actually kind of nice. But yeah, it's a nice little Bisque that you can have like to fight your Bumblebee and your Strong Arm and Sideswipe. I really enjoy RID 2015, the toy line, in hindsight. The show, especially as a continuation of Transformers Prime, it was so tonally different that I didn't vibe with it. I really didn't. I never finished it. I probably never will. And I don't really like Monster of the Week style shows either, and that's essentially what RID was. Yeah, take or leave the show. But me personally, I think the toys are actually really nice, especially 10 years later. Keep in mind, RID 2015 was 10 years ago. That's crazy. That's kind of why I wanted to do this video, just to talk about RID 2015 a little bit more. I might end up making more RID videos, given how it's the 10th anniversary. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is the little Legion class one. Let's go ahead and transform him. Why not? Very, very simple transformation. We're going to go ahead and take this car bit, move it up. And then you can see it's super basic. We do want to make sure we flip the lobster claws back, because those otherwise would get in the way. And then the feet are kind of going to just move up and tuck in back here. And then bada bing, bada boom, just tab in those arms. And there we go. Here's our tiny little Bisque car. And it's honestly a cool design. Of course, his toes are sticking out. It's whatever, take it or leave it. But yeah, it's a cute little car. I still feel like it carries that lobster aesthetic that Bisque was going for. If you're wondering about that sticker, back in RID 2015, you could actually like scan these figures in your app and actually play as them in the video game. I played it a little bit. It was whatever. But interestingly, when you scanned them, your character actually looked like the toy. It wasn't just like the character. It literally was like your toy scanned in. So kind of cute. But yeah, obviously a full-length video is not going to be carried by a Legion class. I have the deluxe version, but not as Bisque. No, I ended up getting him as Thermidor. And I feel like he looks even goofier. Now, granted, his color is blue, and I really like blue. So that's kind of why I decided to get Thermidor instead. And of course, I love the names on these, Bisque and Thermidor. Yeah, he's a blue lobster, which apparently is actually super rare. But yeah, it's just a cool, fun figure. His head sculpt is something to see. He looks genuinely shook. He looks shook. I don't know what he's seeing. I don't know if he just got bought from the Walmart lobster tank and he is about to get his head stabbed in, but he is shocked and he is not having a good time. I swear that knife is about to just jab in and just crank back. He is done for, and he knows it. Again, he's got that sticker on his chest. Whatever. But yeah, you can see, like, the figure looks nice. He has a very similar look to that little Legion class. He still has the lobster claws, which is a ton of fun. He's got nice big shoulder pads now, which I think are a real treat. I really do enjoy those. He has an interesting, like, hunchback look to him, but he still retains a little bit of, like, head rotation, which is really nice. His legs look almost identical to that little Legion class. They look almost identical, except you can tell the feet are going to actually fold away. Yeah, it's a fun one. It's definitely fun. I love the kind of plastic they used back in the day for these kind of figures. You can see there's, like, a slight bit of a metallic sheen, and I really enjoy that. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Definitely nothing to write home about, but I guess something to make a video about. I don't know. I felt like it, dude. I felt like it. For Thermidor's articulation, he has that ball joint at the head, like I mentioned. You can rotate it all around. His little antennae are nice and soft, so thankfully those are not going to break. His shoulders are on universals, so they'll move up and move forward and back. He has a bicep swivel and an elbow bend. You can also use this articulation joint if you want like his claw to move in a little bit more, which is kind of nice. He does have, of course, the claw that can move. Nothing at the waist, really. Almost looks like he has an ab crunch, but that's actually a panel that opens for transformation. He actually has a lobster tail. I just realized that's adorable. Ball joints at the hips, swivels at the thighs, and then his knees bend in pretty much all the way for transformation. And his ankles move up and down, no real pivot. So yeah, his articulation's pretty good. I mean, these old RID warrior classes, they were perfectly fine, perfectly serviceable. Definitely not the kind of warrior classes that were like super stripped back that we started to see with like Cyberverse and Earthspark. These warriors were essentially deluxes, you know, just on a slightly more limited budget. I really love the red paint on the wheels, by the way. I don't know, he's just nicely colored. He's nicely painted. Really like him. I did want to compare him real quick to his little bro, just so you could see the size difference, the design difference, the similarities. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have both these characters in my collection, even though I would say overall I do prefer the colors and look of Thermidor, even though that head is just, it's not really the head, it's mostly the face that just looks so funny to me. Alrighty, let's get him transformed. It's been a little bit since I've done this, but oh. I don't know why I thought that's how it worked. I guess I should have put it back like that. But yeah, it's been a little bit since I've done this, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll be A-okay. I really like how these like hinge up. I don't know, it's just interesting. And you can see how these are going to form the like the front of the car. But interestingly, the claws are going to swivel around, and on that hinge will come around to the front. And I really like that motion. It's just a really nice, clean motion to get the front going. I really do enjoy that. And kind of get that all tabbed together and attached. And you can see it's not printed on, unfortunately, but he does have a little spot in the front for a Decepticon symbol. And then we're almost done. Just flipping those feet, fold them around, and then we have to figure out, oh yeah, we flip this up. I was like, well, we got to figure out how to get those in. We just flip them up. Make sure the legs are like in between the lobster tail. Flip that back down. And you would think we're almost done, but no, we have to take the lobster claws and move them on back. And they will just slot back in and kind of fill in that gap really nice and kind of smooth. Like, I really enjoy the look of that. And got to get his chest connected back, I guess. Does it connect to the... Oh no! I had to undo like everything because you want to make sure the chest is like tucked in. And it came loose. So I guess keep your eye on the chest. Make sure it's not like tucked back in there, because otherwise you're going to have to undo everything like I did. But it's a simple enough figure. It's not going to take forever. And here we go. Here's the car mode on Thermidor. And this looks slick. This kind of low-key looks like a Batmobile. And I love it for that. I absolutely love it for that. It looks really, really nice. Now, I'm noticing these odd, like, gaps by the wheels. I'm not quite sure if those are accurate, but just, like, looking at it, it almost looks intentional. Almost looks like an odd intentional design. But either way, this guy looks awesome. I do believe now, looking at him, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to have guns that, like, attach to the tips of the claws, because I'm seeing those holes there. I have those guns. I'm not sure where they're at, because I got this guy new in box. I totally forgot that was like a feature he had. There he is with the guns, I guess. Here, I'll show you Bisk. There's Bisk with the guns, so that way you can actually see what the Bisk warrior class looked like. Yeah, I'm not going to go digging for those guns, especially since I'm almost done with this video. Alrighty, guys, there you go. There's my fun little look at RID 2015 Legion class Bisk and warrior class Thermidor. I like these guys a lot. I don't know, something about them. They're just fun, they're weird, they're awkward. They've got that RID 2015 energy that I just miss. I'm still not the biggest fan of all the weird animalistic Decepticons, but I don't know, the line just had a weird energy that I just kind of vibed with. And I guess Earthspark kind of brought it back a little bit, because they did a lot of very similar good figures, like Aftermath gave me a lot of RID 2015 vibes in a very good way. But overall, it's just fun to look back at what Transformers was like 10 years ago. Very, very interesting time back then, and it's crazy to me that it's been 10 years now. It's been 10 years since already 2015. Ah, man. Ooh, time is an illusion. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these figures down in the comments below. Special shout out to channel members as always. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.